We stayed at the Strat for 3 nights. Today's October 6th, 2022. There's our view. You can see the sky pod. We were able to watch people actually jumping off there out of our window, which is different. This is my review of the room. So we stayed on the 14th floor in room 14050, so room 50 on the 14th floor. They did give us an upgrade when we checked in because the room because we got the real cheap room. It was like $26 a night because we were just, wanted to come with the kids after camping. We'd been camping in California for about 2 weeks, and we wanted to come just relax and enjoy the Strip before we go camping in Utah, because that's where we're headed next. The upgrade just basically gave us a safe, which we didn't need, but it was cool that they were able to get us in. So the room had these 2 queen-size beds, which was adequate for us. We had a view of the Strip, from where the Strat's at. The Strat's way at the end, but we did get to see everybody jumping off the sky pod. It has a closet, but we're backpackers, minimalists, so we never used any of this, but it does have a little wardrobe, three drawers, safes in there, but like I said, we never used it. We never even turned on the TV because we just use streaming services and watch YouTube a lot. And then it has lots of lamps. Temperature's been great. It has a big desk area, which we kept all of our food stacked on. It has a full-size mirror, and then the bathroom was well stocked, but there is no coffee pot. So has a hair dryer. They were very generous with giving us towels every day, lots of shampoo and body wash if you want to use their stuff. The water pressure was okay, could be a little bit better, but the temperature was great. Sometimes though it took a long time for the water to actually heat up, and I'm thinking that was maybe during peak time when there was lots of people in the hotel taking showers, because this morning I took a shower and it got hot like right away. Noise is okay. There is some noise from the hall that you can hear, and you can hear when other people, turn on their showers and flush their toilets. So the noise level is probably not as good as it could be. Little bit of light comes in around the curtain at night, but it's not bad. But they do have those spotlights down there that shine on the building at night, and so if you have a sleep mask, earplugs, those can definitely help. What else? Overall, I would say the room is acceptable. Probably a 4.5 star. The room service was very friendly, very helpful every day that we saw them in the hall and needed something, and the room was comfortable. It was adequate for what we needed. Now, as far as the Strat Hotel itself, it was, again, adequate. We stayed 3 nights during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was fun to go up into the Sky Dome, up in the pod up there. They do run a hustle on you, so they'll tell you it's $5 to go up if you're staying in the hotel, but they charge you taxes and fees, which is their silly way of just, hustling more money. So it's actually $9 a person if you're staying in the hotel. So it was $27 for me and the 2 kids to go up. You don't get a discount for the kids if you're getting the hotel discount, but it was fun to go up. You can go up as many times as you wish within that ticket window. We kind of went up after dark. I wish we'd have went up the next day or yesterday, because we could have gone up during the daylight and gone back up at night, but you just don't know these things. And walking around lost and having so many other things to want to do while you're in Vegas, you just kind of learn, and then next time if you ever want to do it again, then the Strat, of course, is at the very end of the Strip, so in order to get back down into the center of the Strip, where like the Bellagio and Caesar's Palace and Paris and all that stuff is, kind of like the Miracle Mile area, it's a long ways. So if you don't know the free parking garages, or have a lot of money to spend on parking or Ubers. Even Ubers here have gotten pretty expensive, because I did an Uber check for about a mile, and it was like $18 to just go a mile on the Strip. So if you know where the parking garages are, that are free, then that's one way that you can stay at the Strat, drive into the Strip, and then park down there. And then once you're done, you can come back because the Strat has free parking. Our car was fine. One of the things I was worried about is that when I was doing research on the Strat last time we were here, when we stayed at Circus, was that the parking garage was susceptible to break-ins, because at this end of the Strip, there's lots of people that, live on the street. And they can just walk. It's a public garage, so people can just go in there and park, walk in there. But I think they've tightened up their security. We had no problems with our car the 3 nights we were here. The only other thing really I guess there's a couple more things. The pool. We went up to the 24th level pool because the kids wanted to swim. We went up about noon and it was already packed it's an adult pool. Normally during the summer they have 2 pools. The one on the 8th floor is for everybody, but it's closed because it's already October. The one on the roof is the one that's an adult pool, and we went up, and of course, it was just a bunch of adults, and
it was really awkward.
And it was awkward for the kids because just things that you'd rather not see, going on. Not so much inappropriate. It's just people in their bathing suits. It just wasn't pleasant on the eyes. And then there were some people making out and kind of acting silly in the pool. So that was kind of weird. But we did get up there, and it's not a very big pool, so they have very limited seating, very limited pool chairs, and it was packed. It was packed at noon. It's only open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., so it's very limited in time. The only other thing I think is that general knowledge, when I wanted to ask questions, people just don't know what's going on. The check-in lady didn't know the pool hours. Security couldn't answer me about the safety of the parking garage or the pool hours. I asked them. I asked another booth down there by the casino pool hours, and they had no idea. I finally asked the concierge, and they were able to give me the correct pool hours. But there's just a lack of knowledge. And then when security would try to call another extension to ask a question, no one would pick up their phones. They couldn't answer. I would just be like, okay, whatever. We'll just check later. So the lack of knowledge or the lack of ability to give you good information is definitely, something that took away from the experience, because you're just spending time walking around asking people questions and nobody has the answers. And that's a bit frustrating because you expect there to be a level of professionalism whenever it comes to what hours are the pool open, I mean, you would think people would know that off the top of their head. So will we stay at the Strat again? It's possible. It's very possible that we would stay here, but there's other casinos that we want to stay at in the future, other hotels. And so we'll probably do that and only come back to the Strat for if there's more benefit than just an inexpensive room, because we kind of checked all the boxes. The main reason we stayed here was because we wanted to go up the tower, and we did that. Circus and some of the other casinos down in the center of the Strip are close to the same price and let us do other things. We did not gamble. We did not use any of the restaurants here. There was one incident where there was a broken bottle in one of the elevators in the parking garage, and I wanted to tell, somebody so they could clean it up because it's just the right thing to do. And when I approached the lady at the booth, she didn't even hear what I had to say. She immediately just started telling me, yeah, the elevators are over there, the elevators are over there. And I was like, no, ma'am, I'm trying to tell you there's broken glass in the elevator. So I think there's a little bit of fatigue when it comes to dealing with people on a daily basis. And you just have to kind of and that's probably everywhere. We find it in the national parks with the park rangers. We find it in the casinos with the people who work here. But overall, I would say probably a 4.3 star experience. It was sufficient for our needs, but there were some things that we would have liked to have had a little bit different. But we're off to go camp in Utah. We're going to go do the Big 5 next, and we'll be back to Vegas at some point in the future.